So first we are taking our Milani eyeshadow primer in the shade Nude 01, and I'm putting that all over my lids with my finger. Then I'm taking Puree from the Sweet Peach palette, and it has a little bit of the Kylie burgundy shade from the burgundy palette left on, and I'm just using an upside down triangle blender brush. That's kind of what it looks like. It gets bigger once you get to the top from Wet n Wild. It doesn't have a name, so I have to make a name for it. And I'm just going ahead and taking that same shade Puree and putting it over my lids. Then I'm taking the Dense blender brush. It's short and chubby and dense. And I'm using the shade Burgundy from the Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette. And I'm putting that all over my lid. Oh, awkward. Forgot my tape. Round 2. Ding, ding, ding. So I am going ahead, picking back up where we left off, and blending that back out and just meeting the tape, because the tape is kind of like where my eyebrows stop. My eyebrows are very long today. Then I'm going ahead with the shade Naked and using a eyeshadow brush from Sang & Kashuk and just patting that onto my lid. And of course I sprayed that with my dewy spray. You can spray it with Fix Plus, any type of setting powder. Then I am taking 2 shades, which I don't know the names of because I dropped all my shadows out of the palette and they all popped out and they're all in different spots. So I can't tell you which shades they are, but they're the 2 peachy orangey shades, and I'm putting that into my inner corner, my outer corner. Then I'm going in with the shade LA, and I'm putting that over it, that little halo eye, to give it a finish, a nice glossy finish, well shimmery. Then I'm taking my MAC 228 brush with the shade Yellow, or it's like Yellow Gold from the Maybelline Tattoo, the loose powder ones, putting that in the middle and then blending it out with the Sang & Kashuk blender brush. Now it's time for the face. After I put on my NYX Jet Black Gel Liner with a angled liner brush from Wet n Wild, and I put some Ardell lashes on. You know I love Ardell, girl. And I don't know which ones they are. I had like a kit from Christmas time that had all different kinds in it. Then I'm going ahead with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chestnut. And I used my Hangover Primer and my Milani Prime Light Primer. And I'm going all over my face with a wet Dupe Beauty Blender, that's the Ulta one, and just blending it all over my face. Now it's a little bit orange, but hey, we'll make it work. Then I take a Baby Beauty blender, dip it in some of the excess foundation, and I clean up where fine lines are. So like my eyebrows and under my eyeliner. That is my way of, if you do your makeup first, that's a really fun trick. Well, easy trick. So now I'm taking the shade Deep from the Tarte Shape Tape, and I am going under my eye, and I'm going along my nose and up. And then I'm just hitting my spots. So I'm spot treating any type of pimples that I have. I'm taking the Born This Way foundation in the shade Tan, and I'm using that to contour. So I'm just going over where I kind of already put it and putting it in the middle. And then I will start to blend it out. Because I'm not using a contour shade, so I'm highlighting. I'm not using a cream contour because I don't always like to do them. It's just really heavy for me sometimes. So we're just going to highlight and blend it all out. Then I'm taking my Coty Airspun powder with another wet beauty blender. Sorry, it's dirty. They're kind of hard to clean. And setting my under eyes, my forehead, and under my chin. Then I'm brushing my under eyes off first with a little brush from Real Techniques from the face palette. And then I'm contouring my nose. Oh, I lied. I did contour in this video. Anyway, contouring my nose with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Dark Cocoa. And I'm spraying my sponge with some Evian water spray, which is literally water, so you can literally just use water. And I'm blending it out. That is the L'Oreal Beauty Blender that I'm using. And I'm just going ahead and blending that out. And I leave my bottom bake on. And we're blending. Excuse my little bit of laundry in the back. Then we wipe off the bake and we finish blending. I'm using a little tiny dense Sanya Kashuk concealer brush, and I'm just going in and blending my nose contour. I don't nose contour all the time, but I guess today I went for it. Setting it with a little bit of powder and using my fingers just to get rid of the harsh lines. That is an e.l.f. brush. It doesn't have a name, sorry, but you see it. Then I am taking my detailer brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going in under my eyes with that same burgundy shade. Then I'm going back into my Kylie palette with the shade Penny, and I'm going under it with an Urban Decay brush, the double-sided brush from the Naked Smoky palette. Then I'm taking my Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using the 2 shimmer shades at the bottom, mixing that together and using that to highlight my inner corner. Then I'm using my Wet n Wild in the shade Black, is just their eyeliner, one of their eyeliners, and I'm putting that in my waterline. Then I'm taking an e.l.f. blender brush, so it's just a domed sponge, and taking the shade Punk from the Tarte Pro palette, Tarteist Pro palette, and putting that under my eyes. Then I'm taking my NYX highlighting stick in the shade Chardonnay, and I'm going and putting that where I highlight and then blending it in with my finger. And then I take the Sephora illuminating drops in Ultra Light. They're the Radiant Luminizing Drops in Ultra Light, and I'm blending that in. And then I'm taking a stippling brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm stippling all of the liquid highlights together. You can also use a beauty blender for this. Then I'm going back with that detailer face brush from Real Techniques, spraying it with some dewy spray, and then I'm taking my Milani Strobe Face and Eye palette and doing my natural glow. Then we're going to kick it up a notch with my Carli Bybel palette. Yes, that was my look. I had to put my mascara on and a little bit of, I use Blunt, and then I used a little bit of LA Girl, this rose blush, and it has this annoying sticker over it, so I don't know what color it is, but it's just this rose petal blush. This is the finished look, and we're gonna set it with some setting spray. Oh yeah, the NYX Dewy Spray.
I'm gonna dry. I'm greasy right now to let it dry because I spray it on my face. I need to keep my makeup on.
On my lips, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Sad Girl. And then I used a little bit of the Milani more matte metal lipsticks in the shade Materialistic in the middle. And then I put a little bit of gloss of Moxie Brown from Wet n Wild. It is one of their like lip glosses. But yeah, so this is the finished look. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel or give me feedback. You don't even have to subscribe. I'm very new to this and I want lots of feedback. Thanks for watching, guys.